Hey everybody, Grest here. So I got something a little bit different for y'all today. I got a new acquisition, but of an old rifle. So let's go ahead and talk about this thing. Alrighty folks, so a little while back, a friend of mine was looking to offload an old hunting rifle, and I didn't really know a whole lot about it at the time. He said that the bolt was locked up in the breech, and indeed it was when I went to pick it up from him. But anyways, what you have here is the Remington 740 Woodsmaster. Now, they did chamber this in a variety of different chamberings. This particular model was chambered in, or is chambered in 30-06, which is a pretty popular caliber. I gotta say, the only 30-06 rifles I have these days are my M1 Grand, so it's kind of cool to get something a little bit different in that particular caliber. Now, this is basically the epitome of a classic style hunting rifle. So this was used, my understanding, up north, hunting deer and stuff like that, and had belonged to a family member, and just wasn't being used, been sitting in a closet or a safe or whatever for quite a few decades. And I picked this thing up and took it home using some of my Brownell's Magnetip set and punch set and whatnot. Took this thing all the way apart, did a thorough cleaning on it using some of my Otis products, and did a thorough cleaning and also lubrication. And what I found was the breech and the chamber area was super dry. So I think that's the reason that the bolt was kind of hung up. So I was able to free that thing up. I did a thorough cleaning of the gas system. This is a semi-automatic magazine fed 30-06. And so just so you guys can see that we were clear and safe. So nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. All right, but yeah, so I took this thing home, and like I said, using some of my stuff from Brownells, my hand tools and whatnot, I gave this thing a thorough cleaning. The only thing I was not able to do was totally disassemble the bolt assembly because there's a kind of a roll pin in there that's a little hard to get to. It's covered by a dust cover. One of the things that I learned about these particular rifles, if you do a little bit of reading online, a lot of people have commented that this particular style rifle does exhibit a lot of jamming characteristics, and I believe a lot of that is because of a lack of cleaning, lubrication, and whatnot. So most of my older style gas operated rifles, such as M1 Grands, I like to use a grease just because a grease is going to adhere to the metal parts longer than an oil, and I think that will cause this one to function a lot longer. But so anyways, a little bit of a background on the Woodsmaster 740 from Remington. They made these in the late 1950s for a handful of years, and then they replaced it with the model 742, which was basically a improved version of the 740. And then later, I think around 1980-ish, late 70s, early 80s, they came out with the 7400. So this style of rifle has been around for quite a long time. This is a very good representative of a classic style hunting rifle. So one of the things that you're going to notice up here is that this thing actually has a very nice but very old loophole scope. This is the M8-4X. It's a fixed 4-power optic. It's mounted on a Williams base, and the rings, I'm not 100% sure. They might also be Williams as well. So after I got this thing all cleaned up, I did take it out to the range and just ran some rounds through it just to function test it. And at 50 yards, this thing was putting groups within a 50-cent piece pretty easily. I didn't do anything to it other than take it apart and clean it, and then you know, didn't adjust the optic or anything like that. So this thing here, if I were to need to grab a hunting rifle to run out to do some deer hunting, this particular rifle here would be perfect out to probably 150 to 200 yards. I think the limiting factor would be the optic. It is only a 4-power, but surprisingly, this old loophole is super clear, even for as old as it is. So these old loopholes, they're not worth like a ton of money or anything like that, but it is really, really cool. You can see here that it came with a very nicely worn and used leather sling, and overall pricing on these, they're also not worth a whole lot. Remington did make quite a few 740 Woodsmaster, 742, 7400. So because of that, you know, they're not super hard to come by. A lot of people love these. A lot of people hate them. Like I said, if you look online, a lot of people will complain about these jamming and stuff like that. And a lot of that has to do with it has a rotating bolt assembly, and it kind of chatters up the receiver a good bit. So this one here does have some evidence of some receiver markings and receiver grooves. And I guess if you shoot them a lot, you know, over time, the receiver can get pretty beat up and you'll start to have jams. So this one obviously has been used a decent amount, but you know, not shot a whole lot. And generally, you know, other than some little dings and dents on the wood and stuff, this thing is an absolutely gorgeous rifle. I would like to know what happened to the original rear sight. So I may try to source one of those at some point. But really, it doesn't really matter because I do have the loophole on here, and I don't have any intentions of taking it off. It actually shoots really good with the loophole. So anyways, what are you guys' thoughts on this kind of new old relic for my collection? Something really different for me. I'm typically not picking up old classic hunting rifles. I mean, I have, you know, some old classic hunting rifles, but typically this is not something I'm gravitating towards. But, you know, I had a friend of mine that was had one, was looking for a good home, and I think it found the good home. So, yeah, so what do you think about this rifle? What do you think about the 740, 742, 740, 7400 series from Remington? Do you have any experience with those? I know they made them in a bunch of different calibers, and I'm not even sure of all the ones they made. I know 30-06 was one of the more popular ones, though. Anyways, if you have an old rifle and you're looking for stuff to kind of clean it up and maintain it and you know, do that sort of stuff, definitely check out my website. If you head over to Brownells, you can pick up stuff like this magnetip screwdriver set, which is awesome for working on old classic blued rifles. So also Otis, you can see here that I have a Otis gun cleaning mat. So I pretty much use all of Otis supplies for my cleaning needs, except for some of the oils that I have are from some other companies. But if you head over to my website and use my affiliate link, the channel does get a kickback. Always appreciate it anytime you guys can use those affiliate links. And yep, that about wraps it up. So just a really nice classic hunting rifle that I wanted to show you guys. So I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.